So I thought in this video I would just do some florals, and I would just kind of show how I do very loose, very abstract florals. And then I wanted to show how I transformed them by getting some frames. Most of my frames I got from a Salvation Army. And they really turned out beautiful. I put them in my kitchen and I just love them. Hello and welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the introduction, I am going to do something I think was a lot of fun. And the reason why I did these florals is, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that I have a love-hate relationship with painting florals. So, but I sell my florals, so every once in a while and I love creating them. I just don't always like the way my florals turn out. But these this week I think turned out okay, the ones I'm going to show you. And the reason I'm going to show them to you is because they were a great way to get back into painting for me. I missed an upload last week. I had a procedure, and one of those ones that, you know, we get older, we all have to have, and it just wiped me out. So to get back into the studio and to get playing again, I created some florals. And what I did was I was inspired when I was just looking at an ad that popped up. It was from Anthropology, and it was these bright frames. And I thought, wow. So I grabbed a couple of the florals that I did, and I put a darker background on them. These are all done with the canvas boards. The ones I'm going to show you that I actually painted for you are done on watercolor paper. But the frames that I got are actually all from like a secondhand store, Salvation Army or Goodwill, places like that. I think there was one I got, was this the one? This one maybe I got on Amazon, but they're not highly expensive. The ones I got from the antique store, or the like Salvation Army, are wooden, which I love the wooden frames. But as far as putting them like in little places like in your kitchen and stuff, you can get any type. You can get the ones that are like the metal or anything. You can actually revisit these frames and make them more you know, dynamic than they are. You can add your own, you know, type of burlap or something to these. But anyway, we're getting off a little bit. I just wanted to talk to you about the actual painting of these. Very abstract, very sometimes you would say maybe unrealistic of a flower, but they're fun. I even have one in a small location upstairs that's just a little like 5x7. So you can do these of different sizes. They're great now to get started for holiday gifts. You know, even given as birthday gifts or people moving in a house, because a small framed floral like that can go really in any decor. I feel they go with people who have homes with abstracts. They go in homes with more traditional type of decor. But they're small enough to go in any place, any house. So not only do I like them to place them in between my larger abstracts, but I like to give them as gifts, and of course I do sell them. So I thought I would just show you some on watercolor paper, and then at the point right now of taping this video, I've taped the first part, and then I'm going to tape the second part, of course, to show you adding. I think I might add some more of this dark color here. And I don't have particular frames picked out for these watercolor ones, or they're watercolor paper. They're acrylic on watercolor paper. I don't have frames picked out because I just grab frames. I may take some of these with me to the Goodwill and just look around for frames, and if I see one that seems to fit, if I trim off part of my floral, it doesn't matter. So let's jump into the video, and they're abstract florals. They're not realistic. Please keep that in mind, and be loose with them. Don't be precious. You can always go back and add a lot of things to it, like your stencils, and like this one, the vase is just very abstract. It's very loose. Go back and add to it when you're done. Layer it up. So let's have some fun. Let's pop over to the video, and let's just see what we can create. And I'd love to see what you create. By the way, here's my new glasses. I got them this week. Got like a little metal situation. That's what the young people say. Situation. So I got a little moment here. I just love some of this new slang that we can fit into our conversation. It's kind of fun, but I like them. I always wear my hair up, so they're even cute. They kind of like stand on their own here. I like them. Anyway, off topic. Let's jump into the video. So what I thought I would do is I'm not going to do a lot of talking through this. I'm just going to grab some acrylic colors and just loosely paint. And this is watercolor paper. I used both Artisia, and the other brand was Strathmore. So those are the two kind of my go-to. And they're not the highest quality watercolor paper because I'm not using them for watercolor. You'll see me grab some gold pens, kind of just to maybe on some of them do some preliminary markings of stems, or maybe where the flower is going to go. Others I just dive right in, and then you see me kind of like recycle through them, and then I'm just going to turn some music on and let you watch for a while. If you don't like my music, turn it down. When I do music, I have comments that people don't like the music I pick. When I don't do music, I've had comments, people say that it's too boring, put on some pretty music. So since I can't please everyone, I'm going to put on the music that I like, and then if you don't like it, please turn it down and turn on what you like, and feel free to just turn it down and watch it in silence. Either way, it's not going to hurt my feelings either way you go.
I'll get back to you 1st of June. Bye. When it's just you and I.
Okay, so I've got these flowers here, and they're very abstract. They're very okay. So what I'm going to do, I am going to go ahead and do like a darker background, just because that's kind of like the theme that I'm thinking about. So I'm using the High Flows again, and I'm going to just put some color out here. A little bit more. I got more lids coming. I just write to Golden. There's their information system, you know, the information area, and I just ask them for more lids because these get really bad. And they're always nice. They say, how many do you need? What size do you need? And they're very, what do you call it? Generous about giving me the new lids. And I only ask for what I need. But many times, these lids go bad. So I'm just mixing some dark blue. I'm going to put some green in there, some water. I think I'm going to do a smaller brush. I may grab a fan brush and see how this fan brush does. Just to get started. I think I need to get a smaller brush to go into the crevices here. But this is just to give it a nice background. Let's make the brush a little smaller. Make this a little bit more watery. And I'm going to have to probably go over this a little bit because I'm going to probably cover up some of the stems here, and I might not want all the stems covered up. So some, a little bit of white. There is no exact science to this. It's a very, like I said, very abstracty, very loose. Intermixing a ultramarine blue and white and the green gold, and I will certainly go in and clean this up a little bit. But there's one. Let's do the same thing to this. And I'm putting lots of water with this. Blue in there. I may grab even a bigger brush. This is going to make it a lot looser. I'm going to lose some of the ability to control here, which is sometimes very good. The more control you have, the more you might lose some of your abstract looseness. You can always paint over something. So that's the leaf. And a little more control. Okay. Alright, I'm going to let this one dry. I'm going to have to go in and add some more my stems back again. This one I wasn't as these last two I wasn't as thrilled about, but that's okay. We can still, I think I need a lot more. This one, let's go in. I'm gonna make this watery. Add some white in here just to give it a little different feeling. I'm reshaping the vase. You can always go in later on the vase and change it up a little bit. Alright, and then we have one more. And I'm almost out of this blue. So let's there is no rhyme or reason on this one. I'm not quite sure what that is. Some sort of foliage, but I'm not going to be mad at myself for it not looking like exact. I'm just going to go with it. But I'm going to go in and kind of make Alright, I'm going to let this dry. So, what I found was I found this frame and it was dark and I got it at the Goodwill for $6.99 and someone had just taken a piece of cardboard and used it as the backing. And I do have a piece of glass for it. So what I thought I would do is I think I'm going to frame this. And this is just a beautiful little piece. I have a friend that I want to give a gift to. And so I think I'm going to use this. Now, the best thing is to have your object on your paper, from what I've learned, not smack in the middle. Can you do that? Of course you can. But for this purpose, I'm going to make this a little bit off. But let me take the frame off because there's another one here. There's a couple here that I'm going to finish up for the purposes of this video. And then the other two, you know, I can finish them later. This, I think, is pretty, but the two go off the side, which is fine. But what I might, let's see, how's that look like? That's not big enough for that. I think I'm going to finish these two, but I think for this one is the one I'm going to use in the frame. Now, I like the simplicity of this, but here's a gold. This is a Deco Color Prime Premio. It's gold. And I do have a couple gold pens. Some of them have kind of dried out. This is the 18 karat gold leafing pen. And then I have another painter's pen, which I have another one that I can open up. But this one seems to be still very moist. So I'm holding it at the end because I want to make this a very loose markings. I don't want it to be exact. And since I go off, I don't mind if I go off out of the lines. This is the, okay, and I might just go around very loosely. Just a touch of the gold, okay? I like writing on here, so I may do a little bit of my writing. Let's see how loose I can get. I may do a little bit over here. I like that. Like very, very simple. Very, not a lot going on, but this is my style. If you want to go in and make these leaves more dedicated to a leaf, I don't want to take away from, you know, you certainly can. But I like the fact that it is exactly like this, very loose. Where's my frame again? So again, I would have it a little bit off. Where would I sign it? I am not a traditionalist in any ways when it comes to painting. So on this particular painting, I would not even mind signing it right here. Okay, there's my signature. Not in a normal place. But I love this. I mean, this is very simple. And then I'll finish it up. I'll finish it up for you and show you what it actually looks like framed. But let's pull this other one down, because this other one has kind of lost some of the stemmage here. I don't know if that's a word, stemmage. Well, I just made it one. So let's go in it again. Very loose. I'm liking the gold. I like the fact that this is the dark. Let's just make these stems. I'm gonna outline this leaf very loosely. Okay, then again, do I want to outline the rose? Let's just, I mean, I don't even know if this is rose. This could be a, just a, you know, some sort of flower. So I've made this extremely loose. Again, I'm going to go in and put some of my words. I think I'm just going to do one here at the bottom. I don't know where this is going to get framed or put at this particular point, so I may not sign it right this minute, but it's very simple, very abstract, very simple. I don't stress over the fact that it is not perfect. In fact, the less perfect, the better. Here's the other one. I'd like to spend more time on this one. You know, again, I can go in and at least start by adding some lines with the gold pen. You have to be careful that your painting is not wet. Here, I got the tip a little bit. I'm going to let that dry. But this one I would like to work on a little more. I may add to this vase here. I may even collage on this vase. I don't know at this particular point. I may add some spray. Let's see if I can do that without messing this up too much. See, my spray cap is, I think, clogged right now, so let's see what I can do. I added just a touch, and then I'm gonna, okay, I added a little bit of a color down here, but this is gonna take some more time. So you can see the stencil, it's gonna take more time. But I wanted to at least finish these two for you. And I'm really liking both of these. So let me finish this up. Let me get it on the backing for you and frame it so you can see it totally finished. So here they are. Here's the one framed, and then there's the other one, and I'll work on the last two. If you stay to the very end, I'd love for you to put the word floral or roses, or just put your favorite flower. I appreciate those that stay to the end. I know you can't always, but I do appreciate it. Just as a quick note, the last month and a half, YouTube has not been very kind to me. I've heard other people tell me that they've had a lot of subscribers drop, and they've said that a lot of subscribers were dropped by YouTube. I don't know if that has happened to any of you, but I lost about 120 some subscribers in a month. Usually, well, I gained more than that, which was wonderful, but I did notice I lost a lot of subscribers, which is very unusual for my channel. So that was a little discouraging. I don't make money with YouTube. I make maybe 50 cents, $1 a day, sometimes more than that. I'm not in this for the per se money. I'm in it for other things, but it is wonderful to get the wonderful kind comments. I love those that are supporting me in the subscription, or the I guess you call it the membership. If you do give me a thumbs down, I'd love for you to tell me why, what it is that you'd like me to change. But I enjoy doing this for those that are learning something from what I've done. That's what I do it for. So if you've stayed to the end, leave me a little, just write your favorite flower in the comments. I would love to hear that. Take care until next time. I appreciate all of you, and have a great, great, great weekend.